What a time in the Big East. A bunch of big-time matchups on deck for this weekend. We're here to get you ready for it on Big East Shootaround. Jay Alter, John Fanta, which matchup you looking forward to most?
Well, I think you start with tonight, Seton Hall and Texas Tech, and then the Pirates go to Louisville. Man, talk about a week for Xavier. They take care of business against Baylor. Quick turnaround, Cincinnati crosstown shootout. This week, top 25 matchups all over the conference.
Who's been your favorite player to watch in the Big East thus far? And what are you looking forward to most this weekend? Here is the key number we open shoot-around with. 4 straight days that Big East teams will be facing top 25 opponents.
Well, this is what the conference likes to do. Challenge themselves before that conference play rolls around because it's going to hit you hard. These Big East teams, really good. It's way too early, but we were looking at Joe Lunardi's bracket today. 6 teams in the field, 7 last year. This team, this conference, they just prepare for postseason play.
Between Joe Lunardi's bracket, Jay saying Tiger Woods will win the Masters this year.
He's back.
It's been quite a day in the office. He's back.
You heard it here first.
You just didn't wear your Tiger red.
No, saving that for Sunday.
Big East teams, wow. Somebody makes it. Big East teams, they challenged themselves in the past week. Time for the fastest 2 minutes. Roll the tape.
It got started in Friartown. Kyron Cartwright, clutch.
Captain Crunch in Friartown. This is a crazy shot.
Wow.
It really got the Thanksgiving games rolling. That was the night before. What a shot.
I actually felt bad for Belmont. I did. I felt bad for Belmont. Nothing you could do with Cartwright that good.
We head to the battle for Atlantis. Villanova got tested in each one of these games.
But every single time, they weathered the storm, and in the second half, they played their best basketball.
The big ragu with the spaghetti sauce on top of a title run, a championship for Villanova.
It's another trophy for the Wildcats, and I doubt that's the last one they hoist this season.
How about that? Their 5th Thanksgiving tournament title in as many years. They've been able to just dominate these invitationals. They do it again. Let's go to Orlando.
St. John's went down south, picked up 2 wins in that transition run-and gun style, serving Chris Mullen and company really well.
Yeah, taking 3rd place in the Advocare. And there's Mully.
Looking good with the red polo, rocking the Tiger red.
Oh boy, Money Makura.
Oh, he was so hot in this game, and the bank opened late in Cincinnati.
As Tim Brando said it, Xavier bouncing back, a double-digit top 25 win.
And again, quick turnaround for Chris Mack and company with Cincinnati coming into the Cintas Center.
Keelan Martin, in the biggest of situations, comes up big, and the Butler Bulldogs, they were down 54-39. They rallied to win.
And for non-conference at Butler, this could be the changing point for Laval Jordan and company. Big win against Ohio State.
Start up the 3-point counter, Marcus Howard in Milwaukee.
And look, the Golden Eagles are going to live and die by the 3-point line, but boy, Marcus Howard, have yourself a night, a school record, 11 3-pointers. The team set a program record with 18 on the night.
Like Lake Michigan. That's where he was throwing the ball. And guess what? Every time it was falling in.
And contested shots like that doesn't matter when Howard is that locked in.
What a performance by the sophomore. He's only a sophomore.
He doesn't play like one, John. And I've got to say,
There's 10.
We're showing you all 11. The 11th, I think, is the most impressive.
Absolutely fantastic. To take a look and put this in perspective, folks, a program record 11 threes made in the game, and the team made 18, also program history for Marquette.
And this is a night where you're saying as a Marquette fan, this is great, 3-point shooting, we're going to do this all year. Just remember a night like that when the threes aren't falling from deep, you're not going to get 11 threes or 18 threes every time you take on the court.
No.
But enjoy a record-setting performance from a star sophomore.
No, and for this team, they have to continually remember what Sam Hauser's importance is. He stretches the floor for them, but they need him to be gritty. And Theo John's a freshman that I think has provided a pretty good post presence for them. They are offensively strong once again. The defense has to continually rise, but Marquette, they challenged themselves in Maui. They got a 2-1 week out of that. They're in good shape.
Yeah, let's stay with the Golden Eagles as we recap the Thanksgiving week for Big East Hoops. And you said Maui. Again, why did we not get out to Maui? Come on. We
didn't have the beach body
I'd love to be
for
in the pool.
We didn't have the beach body for it. There's Sam Hauser. How about the shades? And have you ever taken hula lessons?
No, but I take them with you.
Awkward silence on the show. That was interesting. Wow. Paddle boarding. I would not be good at that at all.
No, you wouldn't.
We got something else, though. Speaking of, what do we got here? Our producers found something, Jay.
What do we got?
All game long.
Oh!
It's like a mini version of the
wow.
except in Syracuse. It's really
There it
warm here and
is.
fun.
That is A1 producing from Ujosh Patel and Brad Zach. That was senior year, Syracuse. We went to the Battle for Atlantis, the Hawaiian shirt. I've got to bring
What's going on with your hair that
That's
day?
excellent. Look, what's
you kinda
happening
got,
here?
You know, you kind of got 5 o'clock shadow.
I still have it. Well, you know what? In the mornings, we'd go down that big slide.
You went away.
We'd have the the Battle for Atlantis, the rides, the water park, and then we'd go call a basketball game. Nothing better.
Hula J.
Hula J. Did not hula, but I got to bring in that Hawaiian shirt.
You still got it?
Oh my goodness, yes. It crushes 4th of July barbecues. Undefeated. That shirt is undefeated.
That's next week on Shootaround.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of shirts, how about the shirt of the week? Isaiah Thomas paying tribute to the answer.
Really cool. And look, if you're Isaiah Thomas, AI, that's how you model your game after.
Which brings up the question, if you had a shirt like that, what would you wear?
Well, I've got to stick with the Hoyas. Jesse Govan. That's what I like. The little there it is. Jesse Govan. Give it to me. He's got the 3-point knockdown shot. Is under Patrick Ewing. We're going to see the best of Govan. Give me Govan. Huge Hoyas guy.
I think we've already seen better than he's been.
Yes.
I mean, not that he's been poor, but like he has looked excellent under Ewing. He's running the floor, and I would go with Money Time. Money Makura. There's my shirt. Is it sleeveless or? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get it. Yeah, is that right? Terrible at this. There we go.
Can you do the gator chomp?
Money Time Makura. Wow. Sure. It's Xavier Cincinnati week, so yes, I'm fired up about that.
And you're going to be there.
Yes, looking forward to it. Crosstown shootout. Cannot wait.
Are you going to bring the Makura shirt with you down to Cincinnati?
I might. We got to get that ordered. He might want the hula shirt, though.
Yeah.
The shirt that you were wearing. In the NBA, we highlight a Big East alum that now is doing big things every week. And this week it's Isaiah Whitehead, the Seton Hall.
Career high 24 points. A real opportunity to not only, look, he's getting the playing time, it's what you do with it, and he has really made himself a staple in this Nets team. I really like, he spent a couple of years getting into this role, but now you're finally seeing the level of production we always knew he was capable of.
The 2016 Big East champion, 24 hours before the game, the story says that he was getting ready to go to a Jay-Z concert. The Nets called him up, they needed him to play. He had his best career night.
But that's exactly what my point was before. You have to take advantage when given the opportunity, and this is the level of production that Nets fans thought they'd get when they drafted him and are starting to see now. Look, we've always known he's a proven scorer, and he's finally doing it at the highest level.
And in that epic Big East championship performance, the win over Villanova, that is one of the all-time classic title games.
Oh, undoubtedly.
And then the Wildcats went on to hoist the national title. Well, we have a big weekend. We told you about that, with 2 rivalries getting renewed.
Well, I love November. When did November become March in college basketball? You had Thanksgiving week with a ton of great matchups, close games, and now it pours right into rivalry week here at the end of the month.
Cincinnati and Xavier renewing their rivalry. Xavier has taken the last 6 meetings at the Cintas Center over the Bearcats, and Providence, Rhode Island for state supremacy. We are going to get to Villanova's Mikal Bridges, the Wildcat star, joining me. But first, a throwback Thursday to those rivalry matchups in 2015.
Man, it's very hard to pass through a zone defense. Give me all 2 of those. You're talking about excitement. Something right here with one dribble, the explosion, and say, Octavius Ellis, this is business, it's not personal. Oh my goodness. Just when you thought you were coming back and someone just closed the door, actually he looked around and kind of surprised himself.
Providence with 2 timeouts. Dunn's gonna go for the win. Tipped in. and it's good!
Well, they're going to absolutely take a look to see if this counts, and I think it does. Jeff Anderson and just Bentel on the weak side, and this is absolutely a good play, and again, created by Chris Dunn.
The Villanova Wildcats at 7-0, and one of their stars is junior Mikal Bridges. He joins us on Shootaround now. Wildcats coming off a win over Penn at Jake Nevin Fieldhouse. Mikal, what was it like playing at Jake Nevin last night?
It was a great atmosphere, it was packed, real loud in there, and it was a great experience. I think in the 80s, sometime in the 80s where the last game was played, so it was real cool to be playing out there.
And you're coming off the battle for Atlanta's title last week. You faced adversity in each of those games. How did you come out on top?
Just attitude, just start with, our leadership with me, Phil, and Jalen, coming out in the second half of West Kentucky and then starting the first half of Tennessee, try to bring energy for our teammates. And, we just kept playing together, playing as a team and playing hard.
What was the coolest thing you saw out in Atlantis?
Probably all them yachts out in, out in the ocean and all that stuff. That was a pretty cool sight to see.
If any of your teammates owned a yacht, who would it be? Who would be the guy rolling out his yacht?
Probably when I walk on is Matt Kennedy. I feel like he's going to make a lot of money, in some years. So I feel like he'd be the one with the yacht.
Let's turn to your game. I was reading a story about you, and your mom made you do push-ups when you were growing up as a kid when you missed free throws. What's your first memory of that?
Doing a lot of push-ups. I remember, even now to this day, I remember after the game against Penn yesterday, and first thing she says when she sees me, just looks at me like, really? You missed a free throw? And I'm just like, I felt good, though, but so I guess, now I'm in college, so I think she wants to give like 25 each one I missed, but that's why I concentrate, try to make all my free throws, because, we lift a lot during the season now, so it's going to mess me up a little bit.
Well, and you're so long, that's not an easy push-up, Mikal.
Yeah, I got to go, I got to go all the way up, all the way back down. This is a pretty long way up and down.
Is mom your harshest critic? Is that safe to say?
Yeah, most definitely. She pushes me, and in some way I push her too on her end. So it's a good little balance for each other.
Jay Wright said that he feels like you are getting that point where you're meeting your potential. Do you feel like you've reached it? Where could your game go?
I feel like there's a lot for me to gain on that stuff. I'm out here right now just playing hard. And I've been, working on my game in the summer, in the spring, fall, even now, just trying to, improve my game. But there's a lot of improvement for me, and I'm just going to keep working on it.
Biggest improvement you think you've made?
Probably maybe coming off ball screens, maybe just dribble a little bit better. I know I got a lot to improve, but just having that confidence now, just trying to make more than one move and just keep pushing and striving to be the best ball handler I can be.
We got some fan questions now for you, and one of them is about your dance moves. Mikal, you got the dance moves going on?
I can dance a little bit. I feel like, I see a question right now. Our freshman year was probably, my best, the spotlight when I was in the middle between every game and having my teammates, gas me up a little bit on that. It's pretty funny. But, yeah, of course, I got a little dance moves in me.
Can you give us something in just 2 seconds? Can you give us a quick?
I give you a little hit the folks action right there for you.
Nice. That was like, is that what that is?
Exactly.
Try, right? Try. We hang in. Favorite NBA player?
Favorite NBA player is Kevin Durant. But I got a lot of NBA players that I like.
Yeah. And you have something, when you sat down, you had a sweatshirt on. You mind showing us who one of your favorite NBA teams is? One of your favorite players? I got to see that. Did you? Oh, you don't have it on anymore, but you were
No.
wearing. Here it is. Oh, look, there's the assist. You like the Portland Trailblazers. Why?
Big, look, if you can see that.
Nice.
Miller, a Miller fan. He's just how he plays and plays like, every game's his last, and I like that coming from him.
We had another fan question. Someone asked, what's it like to be a player on one of the top teams in the country on campus when you're walking around campus with the other students?
It's nothing really different. Same student, everybody's the same, and I don't feel like there's no loyalty between anybody here. If it starts with me or person in business school, everybody's the same, and I don't feel like there's no difference.
Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and the first word that pops into your head is attitude?
I mean, it depends. I wake up, my attitude is throughout my head throughout the whole day and every day of my life now. So hearing that word is everywhere I go.
Last one here from a fan. Your favorite restaurant. It's a hard hitter.
Whew. I'll probably go with Joe's Crab Shack because I'm a big, seafood and crabs type of guy.
Surf and turf. I like my butterfly shrimp. You?
I like my shrimp too.
There we go. Well, right now, the Villanova Wildcats. Did you have any shrimp in Atlantis?
I did not.
That's okay. You got a trophy, and that's all that matters. Wildcats unbeaten. Mikal Bridges, a huge reason why. Thanks so much for joining us, Mikal.
Most definitely. Thank you for having me.
Mikal's move's a lot better than yours on the dance court.
That was on the fly, though.
It was.
Tried to hold my own.
A for effort.
There we go.
That's what we'll settle it as. All right, let's take a look at the upcoming games for Big East teams, and boy, is this conference testing themselves continually in non-conference play. It starts tonight with Seton Hall taking on a good Texas Tech team.
Well, this Texas Tech team is extremely balanced. They've got 10 guys averaging between 6 and 15 points per game. I was looking at that earlier.
LeBron Jams.
Yes, a great Twitter name.
Great Twitter name. So what is the X factor, biggest weakness that Seton Hall can exploit tonight?
Well, Texas Tech is a team that likes to contain the game within the half court. So Seton Hall needs to get out in transition. That's a necessity for their style. They need Kadeem Carrington to play his best game of his season thus far because he's facing one of the best point guards you will find. Keenan Evans leads Texas Tech in points, leads Texas Tech in assists. So it's on Carrington. That's one thing Kevin Willard told us. Carrington's more than capable to handle the ball and do it offensively. He's got to guard Evans tonight. That's a tough assignment.
Few things as good as a John Fanta game breakdown. Keep them coming. If you've got a question or a comment, hit us on Facebook or Twitter. We'll get you by the end of the show.
Need the fast break, and here is the weekend schedule. And folks, stay up tomorrow night. Get a Red Bull. Do something. 10:15 p.m. Eastern, Creighton at Gonzaga.
Blue Jays have already been impressive in non-conference play. Boy, would a win out west against Gonzaga even bolster their resume further. Crosstown shootout, you'll be there. Xavier, Cincinnati, we've already talked a lot about it. Seton Hall at Louisville, and then Villanova takes on that same Gonzaga team Tuesday right here in New York City.
Yeah, and we didn't get to Marquette, Georgia, but what's intriguing about that, the Golden Eagles beating the Bulldogs last year in Athens. And for Marquette, Jay, they got the win over VCU in Maui. They were able to finish up 2-1. And this is a team that, with a win over Georgia, they've been able to stack up the resume. And I know they had a couple of scares this week, the one against Eastern Illinois, but still, a win is a win. And for this team, if they can get past Georgia, now they got multiple wins over power conference teams. That's how you involve yourself in the bracket discussion.
Well, right, the bubble teams per se.
Yeah, I'm not putting them on the bubble.
Right, but you got to beat those teams.
Well, you schedule those home and homes with the intention that you're going to be able to rack up the resume before you start conference play. That is how the Big East got 7 NCAA tournament teams in a year ago.
And then Providence, Rhode Island, we showed you the TBT. That game, always a great rivalry there for Ed Cooley and company.
It's fascinating, and it's a great coaching matchup. Dan Hurley and Ed Cooley are two of the firecrackers in college basketball, which just makes it for great theater. And CBS Sports Network Saturday evening, cannot wait.
All right, speaking of Friartown, you were there trying to help out probably the country's most misunderstood mascot, if you could say that.
He is.
Friar Dom doesn't get a lot of love, and if you look at him, you kind of understand why. Here's John Fanta's afternoon with, well, an unlikable mascot.
What?
In talking to students today, I've gotten mixed reactions about you, and I just don't understand why. Right? Do you think I can help you? I tell you what, we're going to build your image. We're on a mission from God. What do you think of the mascot?
Creepy. Well, which one?
Friar Dom.
Yeah, a little creepy. He reminded me of Skeletor.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh my. What if you knew, now that you know that he's here, what would you like to say?
I still feel the same, but I'm sure you're nice inside.
Coming from the gym?
No, we came from 104, the Dean of Students.
I was at the Dean of Students office one time. It didn't go well. Have you heard about the mascot here?
Yes.
His name's Friar. What's that?
I think it's standing right next to me.
That's him, Friar Dom. What do you think of him?
He's funny.
Yeah, I'd say he's really funny.
Positive
a little
attitude.
scary, but funny.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can't go from funny. You're sorry.
It scares me a
You
little.
should be sorry. Because when you think about it in our society, if you walked up to someone and said that they were scary, they wouldn't take it well.
You're right.
Frankly, you should go back to the Dean of Students' office. We're working it out. I'm trying, and we'll get there eventually. There's been this review out that he's one of the top 10 scariest mascots in the country, and we're trying to build his image today.
I think he's a pretty friendly guy. Gets the crowds going at all the games.
What would you change about him?
I don't think I'd change anything. I like how he is. I think he's cute in like a weird way. It's like
Cute in a weird way. That's what my girlfriend told me one time.
I mean, his face is a little scary, but I think in the heart, he's a beautiful human being.
Does he get a bad rap?
Not in Friartown.
Not in Friartown. Manny, give him a hug. This has been the best. Just A1 interaction right there. And here's two guys who know a little thing about Friar Dom. What do you think of Friar Dom?
Doesn't say much.
What's up with the talk that he was on like the top 10 scariest mascots in the country?
I don't know. I didn't really see that, honestly.
You buy that?
I think it might be the pictures.
Is there something we could change with him? I mean,
He good the way he is. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, keep being you. Right, give him a big high five. Let's go Friars. Yes. That's it. See, folks? You're watching it. You're watching it. Oh. Folks, give him a big high five. Big high five here. This is progress in Friar Dom's campaign to just keep rising up the ladder.
I said unlikable. How wrong was I?
You were
getting the
completely
bear
wrong.
hug there.
Can't believe you're still on the set right now. That's terrible.
But look, people that attend Providence called him creepy. I'm not in the minority with that.
You're not, but he has a heart, and look, he is a really good mascot, and now he's got a teammate in Huxley, the dog.
Well, credit to you for bringing it full circle.
Yeah.
They're hugging Friar Dom by the end of the afternoon. Well done.
Let's take a look at the marquee matchups this weekend again. And if you have a question, feel free to submit it rapid fire here. Who do you think wins these matchups? Fans, feel free to give a prediction, a take. Jay, what's the one matchup that you're definitely sitting down and watching?
Xavier Cincinnati. I clear the calendar for Saturday at noon. Emotion in that game. Crosstown shootout. And then I will stay up late for Creighton Gonzaga. I think the Blue Jays have a real opportunity to put up a lot of points and win that game.
And then we'll be covering the Jimmy V Classic Tuesday.
Yes, we will be there.
Villanova and Gonzaga doing battle. That's a Gonzaga team that it just seems like Mark Few, year in, year out, churns consistency.
They lost a lot from that team that went to the national championship a year ago. A lot. And yet, they look really good this year. They played out in the PK 80 with DePaul and Butler and looked really good. And two Big East teams this week, they test themselves as well.
Mr. Spellman, that is going to be a tough challenge for him, but he has looked good. He's continued to evolve.
Yeah, he has.
Early.
And it is early. Remember, this is his first season playing basketball for Villanova, and I think you have an opportunity under the bright lights against a top 15 team to make a statement.
Well, the Seton Hall Pirates, they will be playing in the Never Forget Tribute Classic on December 9th. That is against the VCU Rams. Game will be on Fox, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, December 9th. The game at the Prudential Center. And the Never Forget Tribute Classic raises funds for the families of 9/11 victims. And the Seton Hall Pirates, they went ahead to the 9/11 Memorial earlier this week, to Ground Zero. They were able to walk around, get a tour, and they learned about those events. Kevin Willard said a lot of those players for the Pirates, they were 3-4 years old when 9/11 happened. They don't understand necessarily the magnitude of what happened. They learned about it this week, a very educational opportunity.
It's great to educate these young men, who were 3, 4, 5 years old at the time. For them to come here and get a sense of the magnitude of this event, I think is the most important thing we're doing.
Just seeing all the fallen ones, it's a greater cause, you're helping people out. So it's definitely going to have an impact on how we play, because now you know what you're playing for.
For them to understand what they're playing for, how important it is that they're helping raise money for the families, and the fact that they're honoring all the people that lost their lives in this event, to give them that education, to give them that sense of history, I think is extremely important.
Seton Hall will take on VCU, followed by Cincinnati and Florida. The Pirates and Rams will air on the Fox Broadcast Network, and you can get to the Never Forget Tribute Classic. It's on December 9th. Again, the funds benefiting the families of those victims of 9/11. Really a special invitational. In basketball, you realize how little it is compared to everything else.
That's what I was going to say. You talk about our segment here, greater than the game. Puts that something like that minute video we just watched about Seton Hall, puts it in perfect perspective.
Well, big weekend ahead. And I know you said you're actually, you have the weekend off. You're not calling any games. You've been all over the place. You're in Tulsa last week. So you get to actually camp out this weekend and just watch Big East Hoops like a lot of our fans.
Although you think that I'm going to be getting a rest, but I mean, the remote control, it's going to be getting a workout with all the action we have. And I've got to stay up late. You're making me stay up late for Creighton Gonzaga. But a great slate across the weekend. And I'll see you back Tuesday for Villanova and Gonzaga.
That's right. And follow us on Twitter all weekend long at Big East MBB, the Big East Facebook page. We'll have tons of social going on, tons of interaction with you. Cannot wait to be watching games with you. I'll be tweeting live from Cincinnati and Xavier. We're going camping tomorrow. They're having a camp out that starts at 5 o'clock. They got chili, they got donuts Saturday morning, and the game, of course, is at noon Saturday. Do you think I'm more excited about the...
You are, with the chili than the game. Yeah, Xavier fans, this is my advice to you. Get in front of John Fanta in the chili line.
That won't be hard to do. Won't be hard to do.
Why?
Well, I'm a little slow again.
No, stop.
Keep talking. I should wear the blue blob suit in the tent because that'll keep me warm.
I can't believe this guy's camping out. Can't wait to see how that ends.
Camping out, crosstown shootout, then Sunday, Seton Hall's at Louisville, and another big-time matchup. We're back next Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Jay Alter, John Fanta. Enjoy your weekend, Big East Hoops fans, and please get that remote clicker going. New batteries.